First of all, if you like my stories, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave a like, a comment, and share. It helps me a lot and motivates me to keep going. Hi, I'm Gigi. Hey man, I told you last week about the rivalry between Lika and Mutalan. After the confrontation on the street, the conflict between them was brewing. It was only a matter of time until the outcome, and the only way it could all end was with a one-on-one duel, an old-fashioned fight. Mutalan was already seen as a wimp after he refused to fight Lika, and he couldn't back down anymore. All that was missing was a spark to ignite the fire, and it was inevitable that this would happen. But let's start from the beginning. A good story always has a beginning and an end, and I like to make things as clear as possible, so you understand the context and what motivates the characters in the story. I was somewhere at the beginning of 3rd grade. In the first weeks of school, our classroom was somewhere near the teacher's lounge. The 3rd classroom, to be exact. We were class 3A, and there was also class 3B, but until then, their class was in the other wing of the school on the opposite side of the teacher's lounge. I didn't know much about the kids from B Costal had also transferred to our school, but I wasn't friends with him yet. That year, those guys moved their class next to ours, the 2nd classroom from the teacher's lounge, and we were the 3rd. That's when the rumors started. Apparently, their class was full of tough guys. We had Dilyu and Menghina too, but it seemed like they were nothing compared to those guys. And among them all, one was on a whole different level, like Superman and the Justice League. He was the most feared and the boss of everyone. Did you hear, Gigi? Those guys from Class B moved here, right next to us, man. Let them be well, Asu. You'll see what they'll do to us, boss. They're all slick guys over there. Well, what could you have against us, man? They say there's an old guy there who's the most dangerous of the bunch. That's just how they are, picking on you for no reason. He even beats up the 6th graders. No way, man. Are you crazy? Get out of here. Maybe he beat up some disabled person or a kid. No, the whole school knows it's true. He beat up a couple of 8th graders. If it was a 6th grader, that would be understandable and possible. It happened very rarely, but it did happen sometimes. But 8th graders? No way. Back then, those 8th graders were like untouchable gods. They acted without restraint, and you couldn't even face them. It seemed unreal to me, like science fiction. Are you listening to yourself? That's right, Gigi. I heard it too. How do you know Capitana? Dilyu told me. He lives on the same street as him. It's possible he's been held back if he stayed in school for an extra 3 or 4 years. He's our age. I was just thinking, what kind of giant is he if he was beating up an 8th grader when he was in 3rd grade? Does he do karate, boxing, martial arts? I was both curious and a bit scared simultaneously. After about 2 hours, I was in the schoolyard, looking for walnuts under the walnut trees. I cracked them open and ate the kernels. A walnut hit my back. I turned and saw 2 people about 10 meters away cracking walnuts on the ground. Another one, about 10 feet away, had his back to me, looking at the ground. I thought it might have fallen from the tree. I bent down again and was hit in the back once more. Turning my head quickly, I saw it was the same scrawny guy with a small head, standing 10 feet away. Why are you hitting me and throwing walnuts at me, you fool? Because I want to, that's why. And he throws another one at me. Pick it up from the ground and bring it to me. Come on, hurry up. Man, it caught me by surprise. Where did that cripple get so much nerve? And was he really crippled, man? His calf was as thin as my forearm. You were afraid to push him, fearing he'd fall and scatter all over the place. Come on, hurry up. Can't you hear me? Bring me the walnut. Damn you, you weakling. And I take the walnut and throw it at him, hit him in the chest. He comes toward me and raises his hand at me. What are you doing, man? You want me to take it off for you? Who are you talking to like that, huh? We'll meet again around here. And then he leaves. A few seconds later, Asu shows up too. Hey, Gigi, that was him. That was the old man. That stuffed guy. No way he could beat anyone up. But he can, Gigi. His dad is a wealthy, powerful boss. He's got 50 backing him up. That's when I realized it too. He was a bit slow. That's how he beat up others. Not because he was tough. His dad had money. And couldn't you have given me a sign or something? I was scared. Gigi would have come after me too. I was a little scared myself back then. After throwing about 5 walnuts at him and cursing each other out, I expected the worst. The next day, he approached me during break. I was in the schoolyard again. You're lucky my dad knows yours, or else I wouldn't let you off so easy this time. Don't cross me again. He lightly slaps the back of my neck, more for show than anything else. I remembered him too. At the start of each school year, my dad spoke to an old friend. This guy was his son. His dad was one of those guys who made illegal alcohol back then. Actually, he was the biggest. This guy was loaded. Apparently, he was a good friend of my dad's. I had to accept the humiliation and keep quiet, even though I was fuming inside. I imagined slapping him and pinning him against the school wall. But then I saw the wall turning into 10 big guys who grabbed him and then started punching me. Just like now, there were two types of tough guys back then. Those good with their fists and those with money. Those with money are the most dangerous. They can buy anything and become untouchable. Weeks after arguing with Lika, the school year began. I entered 7th grade, while Mutalan started 8th, having been held back a year. On Thursdays, Costel and I both finished at 7. Around 6:30, we were heading back to school. Back then, Dragon Ball aired daily at 6 on TVR. We'd leave school and go to my place to watch it. We could be late to homeroom and PE without issues. And when we got close to the school, right by the kindergarten, there was a big commotion. Someone was fighting. Gigi, there's a fight. We jumped the fence into the kindergarten and found Anna and Baranga fighting each other. It was an intense brawl. They dragged each other on the ground, dug fingernails into faces, kicked stomachs and mouths, and clenched fistfuls of hair. The excited crowd watched in amazement as we smoked a cigarette on the special occasion. In the end, classmates intervened and separated them, their hands still in each other's hair. What was wrong with these idiots, man? I don't know, Gigi, they used to be really good friends. They might have fought over money, over who gets more. What money? From their bathroom business, don't you know? Forget about those losers, man. The next day I found out they argued over a guy. One of them stole him from the other, something like that. After 2 or 3 weeks, they reconciled. Lika and Mutalanu no longer met up frequently. They avoided each other, particularly Mutalanu. During that time, Lika kept bragging wherever he could that he and the old man were half-brothers with the same father. Lika was raised by his maternal grandparents. He said his mother had an affair with this guy's father, but he never acknowledged him. But he visits him regularly and gives him money, stuff like that. Man, you're lying again, you fool. Who's lying, man? Look, do you see how I move my fingers? My dad and my brother do the same thing, man. He had 2 fingers that he could bend a lot. He could almost touch the back of his hand with them. Look at the eyes too, man. We have the same color. And one day I'll tell Mutalan what this guy said. Mutalan came to my class crying a few days later, despite his friend's disbelief about the situation at the garage where he worked. Gigi, come here for a second, man. What do you want? I'm doing my math homework. Come on, man. The old man is calling you. Why, man? What does he want? I don't know, Gigi. Come with me, man. I'm going with this guy, and I was thinking, why the hell is he calling me? Why is Mutalan crying if he wasn't saying anything? I arrived to find about 30 people waiting behind the guy. Hey, hi. Hey, Gigi, is this guy lying? What would he lie about? Come on, say what you said about what Lika told you. That he's his brother? Screw you, Mutalan. You just had to open your mouth. Now I was in a tough spot. If I said I lied, they'd beat him. If I said yes, I'd get Lika in trouble. I disliked him, but wanted to avoid trouble. Eventually, he confessed, and I pitied Mutalan. What did he say? Tell me all the details. That he's your brother, didn't he tell you? Did you hear that? Wrap him up for me. I'm going home after classes and run into Lica. Watch out, some guys are looking to beat you up. I don't know who, but be careful. I kept quiet to avoid the old man finding out. I warned him, as he instructed me not to say anything. Days passed without incident. On day 4, he arrives with a black eye, busted lip, and a broken finger, the one he used most often. They caught and beat him up. He was very upset and wouldn't even look at me. Another week goes by, he recovers, and he comes to me. I found out everything, man. I didn't think you were a snitch, Gigi. What's wrong with you, man? What snitch? Come on, man. I know everything. You snitched on me to that guy. Dude, are you crazy? What's wrong with you, man? Who told you that? It doesn't matter, man. Everyone knows, the whole school. I felt terrible, as if everyone was staring at me strangely and whispering behind my back. I suspected Mutalan that he blamed me. Hey, did you say that I snitched on Lika, man? No, Gigi, I didn't say anything, man. Say it, man. You're done with me if you're lying. No, man, just making sure those other guys who were around here didn't say anything. Besides the old man's people, there were a few others there, too. I warned them to keep quiet or face consequences. None knew Lica who claimed you told him. Be honest with him. No, Gigi. See, I'm not the one beating you. I'll go to the old man and tell him. Hold up, she might not have said Baranga or Anna. How does she even know about them? She asked me what the old man had against us. So you told her about me, right? I should have let that guy beat you up, you stupid idiot. You're coming with me to tell Lika and those two idiots the truth about what happened. I'm going with him to explain it all to Lika. You're still a snitch, Gigi. What do you expect from me? You want me to tell him about all the times you insulted and called him a cripple? Leave me alone, both you and that other fool. Wait, Gigi? Do you want to see what it means to be a snitch? No, Gigi. Mutalan, will you fight him? Yeah, I'll fight. Lika, what do you say? I'll go at him now. No, man, tomorrow afternoon. Hey, tell me, Lika, who told you in the end? Baranga, man, he's telling everyone you're a snitch. Shut your mouth, you streetwalker. I go home with Mutalanu and I see her on the street. Why are you calling me a snitch, Baranga? The whole school knows, man. Watch your mouth or it'll get ugly. What will get ugly? Watch it. I know a lot. I see your brother on the street. Or I'll go to your parents. They know what you do in the school bathroom. She asked who you hang out with and how many, then turned red and left without saying more. With the problem solved, only the fight between Lika and Mutalan remained. Honestly, I wanted them both to get beaten up. I couldn't stand either of them. The following afternoon, Senchuk and I visited the guy who didn't show up for the boxing match. He came out to the gate with Costel, and we went to the garage. He put on his bandana and asked Rambo if he was ready. Rambo said his back hurt a little, but the other man dismissed it, saying he was fine. Rambo, did you crap in your hand for good luck? No, man, smell it if you want. You're a real bastard, Mutalan. They arrive and the fight begins. Mutalan kicks first. Lisa retaliates with a slap to the face. They start wrestling. Mutalan falls on his back, Lika on top of him. Help, he's killing me. Ow, ow, help. A man screamed loudly, drawing people out into the street. Lika stood up, but the man continued screaming. My leg, ow, my leg. We picked up a guy who kept cursing with another person for a few minutes before Lisa left. The guy fell on my leg, hurting it. He twisted my ankle. I'm not sure if he was telling the truth about his leg. Gigi, tell him to come to the kindergarten tomorrow. We'll beat him up there. All right, man. I talked to Lika the next day. It was Saturday. We went to the kindergarten. Musha came too. Sherkan, Miti, and a neighbor of his, a guy named Ion. He was in the same class as Sherkan. We set rules. No hair pulling, face scratching, or hitting below the belt. This guy doesn't have any anyway. Didn't you hear him screaming like a woman? Who, Indian? Shut the hell up, man. Alright, let's get started. And the fight begins. Mutalanu throws a couple of kicks. Lika slaps him twice across the face, and they start wrestling. They fall down. Lika on top of Mutalan. He punches him 2 or 3 times. Rambo squirms and grabs his leg. He sinks his teeth into his leg until the guy lets go. What are you doing, man? You're not allowed to bite. You said it, man. You didn't say anything. No biting, man, says Yohan. Gigi, what's this guy doing? I don't know, Senchu. They face off again. Mutalanul throws another kick and Lika hits him right in the nose. He busts his nose open. Rambo rolls on the ground. We jump in to hold Lika back, and that's it. Lika won. I was satisfied with the result. I would have liked Mutalanul to win, but this guy deserved it too. Mutalanul gets up after a few minutes. They shake hands and make up. Come on, man. Are you gonna fight me too? I'm tired, Gigi. This guy exhausted me. It only lasted 2 minutes? Okay, I'll run around a bit too, so we're even. No, another time. Just admit you're scared, that's it. You beat me, Gigi. What more do you want? He said, one of the few times he actually told the truth. It was like I saw him differently now. I wasn't mad anymore. When we were about to leave, Ion said, Shirkane, are you still so mouthy, man? I replied, what do you want, man? Come on, let's fight. Let's see who's tougher. I just ate. My stomach hurts. Fight me now or I'll beat you up at school on Monday. Why are you bullying him? Don't interfere, kid. They've got their own issues. So, will you fight or not? Encouraged by the kid and cheered by us, Shirkan rose to fight Ion. The two disliked each other and couldn't get along at school. We all disliked Ion, mainly because his father had cheated us out of money when we were stealing stainless steel, but that's a different story. The two circled each other for about 2 minutes, resembling the fight between Ogeya and Okyosol, until Ion punched him in the leg. Shirkan started screaming and ran home. He barely hit him, like a woman, but the guy probably fled out of fear. What should I tell Ion? Are you gonna fight me too, man? No, man, why? I only had business with that guy. You got worked up for nothing. Let's see who's tougher. No, man, I'm tired. I can't anymore. Man, do you all get tired this fast? If it was Shirkan or someone else, you wouldn't be tired. We laughed at Mutalan for about 2 more weeks after I went home. He had been bragging that he could beat Lika since their argument in the street. Soon after, my dad relocated the garage. We rarely saw Lika, but when we did, we got along well. I later learned the reason for Baranga and Anna's fight. They were both dating Lika simultaneously and quarreled over him. He may have been honest about having 5 girlfriends. He ended things with 2 of them, ultimately getting what he wanted. That's what he bragged about at least. If you enjoyed the story, remember to like, comment, and share. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell for notifications. What can we learn from this story? In life, money matters more than physical strength. If you ever get the chance to watch a fight between girls, enjoy it. Until next time, we'll meet when we see each other. Alright, bye.